Hey everyone, James Hurst here. Hope everyone's doing well. And sometimes I come across something that's just so groundbreaking and cool that I'm just like, okay, I've got to stop what I'm doing, the cool thing I was working on, and I have to share something I'm kind of doing now. I'm figuring out. I think it's really cool. That's kind of how the channel is, right? So if you're doing as much testing as I am, right? I am constantly testing forms. I'm submitting them, going further and like changing things like, right? If I'm constantly testing. So that means I'm constantly putting in these test emails and fake numbers, and sometimes the numbers work and sometimes the numbers don't work. And I can't remember what the last name of the person was. And so this has kind of evolved over time. But what I'm going to teach you in this video right now, and it's really not that huge of a, I mean, it's pretty cool. What I'm going to do is show you. So let me just show you. I'm going to show you how to create a fictitious test character. Okay. I'm like, this is so amazing because it's going to be so helpful in my mind to keep everything straight. So what does that mean? A fictitious character? Well, their name, their address, their phone number, their email. And these things are going to actually work too. So what I did was I went over to Gmail, create new Gmail account. I can't believe it took me forever, but because it takes like 5 minutes, but I created a new Gmail account for ojhurst2@gmail.com, right? And then what did I do? Well, I went and made a new Chrome profile. I have a video on this, right? How to make your own Chrome profile. I make so many Chrome profiles because it keeps everything separate. Now I'm going to create this for the specific use case of this fictitious character, okay? And this person has its own inbox, and so for testing, it all comes in as a test here. Okay, so then what I did, and so Julie and Scott Decker, they said, hey, you know, when I'm doing my cards, my test card data, I run 42424242, right? The Visa test card. See that right here? So when they fill that out and they hit fill, I don't have to type 4242 and it's all that, right? I have to count the 4s and the 2s. Right now, it just form fills with LastPass, which I haven't done a video on, but I'm a huge fan. Been using that for years. So now I have my Visa test card, right? And I can form fill. So I took that idea and I said, well, why don't I create another profile in LastPass for form fills? So here's what I did. And I was like, well, what type is that? Add an item, like it's not a password, it's not a secure. It's like an address. So I went and made an address, right? And the address, I made one up. I put my test character's name in. I put the new email from Gmail in, right? In the email section. What about the phone? Well, okay, so over here, I had this, I was doing these testing and I had this account that I really liked because it had a number set up in it for Power Wheels parties. But that was like the real sub account for that business. Like eventually I would like to build things out in there. And so I was kept going in there because it was kind of like a test account, but it was also a real business. So then I cloned it and made it this account. But when I did things, it failed because it didn't have a number in there. This one had a number because it was for a real business that I was doing. And I said, do not use this for testing because I kept on making all kinds of junk in here. But I knew that was going to be eventually a real account. So I cloned it. And then I just said, you know what? I just need to buy a phone number for this test account. I'm doing enough trainings. I'm doing enough testing of things all the time. And so then I went so far as to buy a number. It was with Marie Madison. So I go to phone numbers here, and we bought this phone number right here. And I said, not only that, I'm going to go and change the name of this sub account so that when I need to go test somewhere again, I'm going to know that that's the place I'm going to go to test. Right? Because it has the number. And plus if I need to know what the number was, it's right there in the title. Okay, let's bring this all back around. So now I've got a new number that it's available for me to use. So what did I do? I put it in LastPass. So here it is. So Hurst2, right? So Hurst2 right here, James Hurst 2. Let's look at it. James Hurst 2, University Avenue, Provo, Utah, 84604. There's my Gmail, the secondary Gmail. And I first put it in mobile phone, but when I did the form fill, it didn't work. So I put the number in the phone field, and I had a hunch that might work. Okay, so let's do it real quick. Okay, this is where we are. So we're right here, and I'm going to go ahead and go to here, and I'm going to say Hurst 2, and I'm going to hit fill, and that now is how fast I can now form fill these. But more exciting than that is that in my brain, I've created this person who has a Chrome profile that I can go and check their emails. And I'm trying to think of a way, in theory, I could like open up another tab that represents that phone number being texted back and forth as well. So what's cool too is that this person could represent a customer coming through your forms. But in other cases, for me, I'm really heavily testing the users I've created. Okay, so for bounty hunters, I'm dealing more on users right now because I have a bunch of bounty hunters across the globe, and so I need to test something. I need to be able to test what it's like as a user. So now I can kind of create an employee fictitious character, a user type person, and so now I can create multiple personas like a user, customers, using the LastPass form fills. Hope you found that valuable. Let me know in the comments if you think you might use this. Check out all my other videos that are just as cool in my opinion. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hope you enjoyed the show. Advice given is for educational purposes only and may not be applicable to your business. You should know that The Marketing Show receives compensation through its affiliate relationship for the products and services it recommends. Thank you for your support, and we hope to see you on the next episode of The Marketing Show.